Hey everyone. I kind of a late post today. The day was insane and kind of ran away with us. We made an offer on a house today. So we're making moves. We'll see what happens. We don't know if it's going to get accepted obviously, but we put an offer in on a house in Albuquerque, which is where Katie has a new job. And so yeah, and it was one of these things where I think what's been coming through for me today is, I actually never got to see this house. Katie walked me through it on FaceTime, but I have not actually seen the house, and it's one of those things. The market is insane right now in Albuquerque, and so I was kind of like, of course I got a good sense of it from the FaceTime tour, but it was like also kind of it has felt oddly like a call to just leap. And I've been kind of taking it as that. I was having a couple conversations in the last couple days where it was like I had this event with Kyle coming up on the 20th. First day of spring is, of course, the 21st or 22nd, however that works, the solstice. We found this house on Saturday, or that's the day that Katie did the tour, right before my event with Kyle. She was walking through the house and looking at it, and we were kind of like going, whoa, this is maybe the best thing we've seen in almost 6 months of house hunting. Not quite 5 months, 4 months. So it was one of those things where it was like, all right, let's take a leap, let's do this. And something that has felt kind of conspicuous or auspicious to me is the fact that I had this strange sense. And I was saying this, I've said this to a couple people now. I was saying it to my brother Bliss the other day. I had this strange sense right around March, early March, a year ago, 2020. I had this sense that we were headed into winter, and it made no sense because actually we were headed into spring. But I had this feeling like we were headed into winter, and I kind of explained it to myself by saying, because I'd been in Houston. I went to Houston for most of December and January, and then Katie and I were involved in an incredibly intense project, MacGyver, the musical, in February and early March. So the whole thing, like it kind of felt, I thought to myself, well, maybe I just kind of missed winter. I was in Houston for 2 months of it. It was 75 degrees. And so maybe that's why I feel like I'm headed into winter now. But what I then got out of it after COVID hit was no, we're headed into a much deeper kind of winter. Like it has actually felt like a year-long winter in a lot of ways. The kind of compactedness of it and the lockdown and the lack of travel. It's not strictly winter things, but there's something about it that just made it feel to me like it was a period of time of kind of hibernation and in some ways rejuvenation in a really nice way. Obviously, the horrors of COVID notwithstanding, but there was this way in which it was like everybody just needs to slow down right now, and that I certainly felt that in a deep way. And so then literally on the day before the solstice, the day of the solstice, we have all this activity happening. I do an event with Kyle and kind of launch a new thing. I'm also launching a piano course, and I'm having conversations with people, and I've got a couple of prospective students who are really excited. So it's the first day of spring. We're buying a house. We're moving to Albuquerque. It feels like a big change, a lot of changes, kind of all compacted into one. Almost like a fulcrum period of a couple days. So that's been kind of cool, and it's and part of that was like, okay, take the leap. Let's let this. I've never seen this house, but it looked really good on the tour, and it's by far the best ticks by far the most boxes of anything we've seen. Neighborhood's amazing. So let's leap, let's do this. And it feels really good. Who knows what's going to happen with the offer, but it feels really good to just kind of be diving in and to be also kind of clocking what this moment is. Sometimes just being conscious of the fact that the universe is saying something to you can be really empowering. Just clocking that, just noticing that that's happening, and kind of letting myself be infused by that energy and be moved by that energy. It just feels good. So that's where I am today, people. It's a big day, big couple days. And I'm sure there'll be more to report soon, but love you all very much. Thank you for being in my life, and I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.